Thank you. I'm grateful to the gentle lady from Connecticut for convening us this evening to discuss an issue that affects every corner of our nation: food insecurity. In blue, red, and purple districts alike, too many families struggle to afford the food that they need to keep themselves and their families healthy and fed. Throughout my time in Congress, I have used my voice and my vote to support nutrition programs because I am determined to ensure that in our nation, the richest in the history of the world, no one goes hungry. As part of this effort, I have prioritized key nutrition programs. In 2018, my very first vote was to reauthorize the Farm Bill, which funds many critical nutrition assistance programs that people in our community rely on. These programs include the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, known as SNAP, Meals on Wheels, Women, Infants, and Children, nutrition assistance, school breakfast programs, and summer meal programs. Now, extreme members of the House have put forward a farm bill that includes devastating cuts for SNAP participants that so many in our community rely on to feed their families. Their proposed bill would cut nearly $30 billion in SNAP benefits that families rely on to put food on the table every night. In 2023, 1 in 8 households, roughly 44.2 million Americans, experience food insecurity or lack of access to an affordable, nutritious diet. In my district, Pennsylvania 7, the greater Lehigh Valley area, nearly 40,000 households, or 13% of the households in our community, rely on SNAP to feed themselves and their families. In the richest nation in the world, no one should go to bed hungry because they can't afford to eat. And no one should have to worry about having enough food for their kids because politicians decided to play games with the necessary benefits that they rely on every single day. This is a moral imperative of the highest priority. Children's physical and cognitive development depends on proper nutrition. Quite simply, adequate food sets them up for success in school and throughout life. We must not abandon families in our communities that struggle with food insecurity. This should not be a partisan issue, and it is deeply disappointing to me that members on the other side of the aisle would put forth a bill that so severely cuts SNAP benefits. I will always stand up to efforts to strip benefits away from the most vulnerable members of our society, children. And I hope to work with my colleagues on both sides of the aisle on a bipartisan path forward that protects critical nutrition programs, including SNAP, in the upcoming Farm Bill reauthorization. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I yield back.